Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Maggie and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Maggie's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give the gentle correction that we give, which is just a tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Maggie's going to be coming home with her very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session on Sunday with Rich. Now Maggie is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Maggie heel. Now at this point Maggie has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when walking. And you see that she does it with a very good attitude. Her tail is up and wagging and she's very happy, but she's not pulling or dragging Rich. She is staying right with him. If he changes direction, she should do the same. If he speeds up or slows down, she should match his pace. So this makes walking your puppy a pleasure. You're not being dragged down the street. She's staying with you during walks. She's walking nicely at your left like a lady. And each time that you stop your feet, she's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, you do not use her name. The long sit stay you practice right in your house, and it's for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. This helps to develop her self-control, of which you know she had very little when she got here. When Rich returns back to her, he quickly walks counterclockwise around her. She is supposed to remain seated until he gets back to her shoulders, and then she expects to get another command. Rich tells her to heel again, and she gets right up and starts walking with him. And you know, proper leash walking may not seem like a big deal, but it's one of the most common complaints that we get. I can't walk my dog on a leash. It's gotten too big and too strong, and it pulls me down. I've had clients that have broken legs. So it's not just a simple command, it's an important command. Nice automatic sit, so when you stop to cross traffic, she should be sitting nicely, waiting for you to tell her what to do next. And this time what we're going to demonstrate for you is the come on command. So we do use her name, we use a happy voice, and she should come right in front and sit. Maggie, come, and she comes and sits facing your knees, not jumping all over you, and then she returns back to heel and back sitting. Beautifully done. She and Rich have been having a love affair. She likes Rich. He leaves her in another sit stay. He walks all the way to the end of his leash. He turns to face her. He makes her hold that. That's a 1 to 3 minute command, and then he calls her. Maggie, come in. You notice Rich is saying it very softly so as not to overexcite her, but to get her to come and sit nicely like a lady. Back to heel and back sitting. She's a beautiful girl, and she's very smart. And this stimulates her brain. It makes her think. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a heel position. So with the dog always seated first, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Your long down stay is best practiced indoors, and it is for 3 to 5 minutes. Start out at about 1 to 2, work up to 3 to 5. This helps to develop focus. When Rich returns back to her again, he walks all the way around her, returns back to her shoulders, and she expects to get another command. Rich heals her out of that. She is a sweet girl. She's tried very, very hard. Down and stay. And she's still a puppy. She still has a lot of puppy in her. This time Rich will call her out of this down stay. Good girl. She comes right in and sits facing his knees, and then she goes back to heel and back sitting. Great job. Great job. Now the last command has been the hardest one for Maggie, and this is your down from a distance. And it's mostly because she wants to be close to you at all times, and this is the only distance command. So always have her seated first. You're going to leave her in a stay. You don't have to go to the end of your training leash when you start this. You're going to use your right hand to give the command, and she goes into a down from a distance. And for Maggie, that was a good down from a distance. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Maggie's formal obedience commands. Rich will be available to you on Sunday to answer any questions that you have regarding any training or any ideas that you have for her life after graduation. We've enjoyed every minute of having her, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. We will see you very soon.